Good morning, everyone. This is Jeremy Credo. Today's date is April 28th, 2022, and the time for me here is 3:30 in the morning. I finally finished up with everything, and I can finally get around to making this video. Hope you guys are doing well out over there. So I was asked to go and make this video, showing off a couple of some things here that I have. Someone is interested in doing a purchase and would like to go and take a look at things, so we're going to show off a couple of things I've got. So today we have got a bunch of Arabian Nights mountains that that someone's looking to be purchasing. Now then, for anyone that's watching that is unfamiliar with Arabian Nights, then we can go into that just a little bit here. Arabian Nights was printed in 1993. It is the very first set of Magic, or the very first expansion set of Magic that was printed. A rather small set with only, I believe, 76 or was it 78 cards in the set. 78 cards in the set, and of them, one of them is a mountain. Now, the important thing to note about that is that this set was not intended to go and contain any basic lands. At first, according to research that was done, initially one basic land of each type was to be included with the set. However, due to printing reasons and having to go and change around the die and the printing press, they had to go and remove a few of at least one of the basic lands, and then it was just decided to go and remove all basic lands from the set. However, Cartamundi, the printing company who went and did this at the time, missed the mountain. They did not go and remove it from their master press, and as a result, we ended up with a single mountain amongst the commons. There are approximately 31,000 is the estimate. Approximately 31,000 Arabian Nights mountains are expected to exist, or are believed to exist, I guess is the word. Of that remain, there's not exactly too sure. So because of that, as far as basic lands go, this is up there, probably amongst the priciest and rarest basic lands you can go and get. Of course, I mean, there are a couple other rarer ones you can find out there, such as the Guru set mountains, but in general Magic printing, this is probably as rare as it gets. They are highly sought after by collectors, and they do carry a fairly high price on them, starting at around $220 to $250 USD for heavy play mountains, and around $200 for damaged ones. For light play, upwards of $300 to $350, and near mint ones, $350 and up. They are quite hard to go and find in large quantities. A lot of people that do go and have them are probably just going to have like one or two. So having multiples is kind of a neat thing to go and have. I have been collecting Arabian Nights mountains for several years now, and this is kind of the culmination of what I've collected over the years. Whenever I go out to events, I specifically look for Arabian Nights mountains from dealers to go and evaluate and see if I want to purchase. Additionally, I go and look on private markets to go and see if there's if there's any Arabian Nights mountains out there that I would like to go and purchase. So I've got 20 of these at the moment here. These 20 are ones that I have for sale. I do have a mono red legacy deck that goes and runs 25 mountains, and that one is filled with Arabian Nights mountains. So altogether I have 45. And yeah, that's a lot of searching that I've had to do over the years. So we're going to take a look at these. And I guess let's begin. So, of the mountains that I have up for sale, 10 of them are what I would go and say as light play grade. Um, 4 of them in mid play and 6 of them in heavy play. I kind of have them divvied up here. So 1 through 10s are light, 11 through 14s are mid, and 15 through 20 is heavy. Now 11 and 12 are a little bit special, as I consider them to be medium play, but honestly they could be seen as light play, considering the level of wear on them. But we're going to go and look at these and show things off. So here we go. Starting out with number 1. So I'm going to be just showing off the light play and also number 11 and 12. I'm not going to be showing off the other ones here, as the person looking at these here is interested in only light play and up. All of my higher grade ones, my near mint ones, are in my deck, and I don't plan on parting with them anytime soon. Those are what I run in competitive scenes, so. And then if I should ever decide to go and play mono red in vintage, then those are the lands I would be using for that. All right, so take a look at this here. And this is number 1. And the back. A few things about this is along the... Actually, hold on a moment. I think I've got a thing here that I can go and show things off with. Yes. One of these little boards is good. Okay. All right, so on a black surface, you can see it a little bit better. There is numerous whiting around the front side. Um, Not like in anything like a severe case, but like still enough to be considered light play. Not enough to be graded down into mid play. Um, the surface of the card is very good. There is, let's see if I can show this off here. There is a little bit of flecking along the top here. That's going to be in line with the initial signs, light signs of what would be clouding later on. But for now, it is very clean. I don't know if you could see that here on camera. You might be able to see a little bit right up over here, right along my finger. This card is not in near mint condition because of the whiting on the borders. The back of it looks very good. There is a little bit of light scratching on the card here, right across the Magic logo. Let's see. And then you can also see a little bit of scratching right over here as well on the sides. Now I'm not going to be doing like a loop on here because I don't have like a magnifier that's hooked up to my computer to go and show off to show off a loop. So unfortunately I can't really do that. So the best I can do is just a light test on these. So that's number 1. Here's number 2. Let me go and take a look at this myself so I can just go and show a couple things off. Okay, so here's number 2. There's also a little bit of light flecking here across the top, right by my finger here. I'm going to go and show it on camera a little bit better. And on the back actually looks really clean. This one's probably in better condition than number one. Now for this lighting, I'm just using the lighting from my computer screen to go and give off a little bit of glare on the card, so you can go in, see the lighting effect on it. Let's see if we can go and catch that. There, you can go and see a little bit of that flecking up here along the surface, along the top. That does go and keep the card from being graded as like as a high surface grade. Here it is on the black surface. There's a little bit of whiting along the top left corner. A little bit on the right side. Very minor on those. And let's see the back. All right. So that is that card. Yeah, I feel like this card is a lot better condition than number one. It's actually probably good enough to go and put in my deck, but I mean, I already have 25 that's in at least that condition, so I don't really need to go and have any more. I was initially trying to go and collect 50 of these. That way I can go and just have my my little land station thing here that I have set for 50 Arabian Nights Mountains. That way, regardless of whatever I'm doing, whether it's like a draft sealed or whatever, I can go and just pull these out and we're good to go. So here we're showing off number 3. The backside looks really good. A little bit of whiting along the sides here. So edges aren't quite up to like near mint conditions. With this card here, I see it right over here. This card, the front face looks really good. However, along the left side over here, there is a little bit of an indent. I can go and feel it with my finger. It is, let me go pop this thing out of here. The indent runs from about right here up to about here. I can't go and feel it at all from the back, so it's just like a topical surface thing on the front. And I can only catch that like at an extreme angle. I don't even know if the camera can catch it. Let's see if I can get it in the light. Can't even see it in the with the flashlight on here. But yeah, there is definitely like a very slight indent on there on that side. Rather unfortunate. That does go and decrease the grade of the of number 3. I didn't go and show off number 2 here with that light, so let me go and do that real quick. So here's number 2 again. And running light test through. Go and move the flashlight a little bit closer so you can go and see a lot clearer. Well, I mean, you can go and see pretty clear through even from as it's further on back. All right, moving on. We have number 4. Oh, number 4 surface looks really good. How about the back? So what I'm looking for here in the glare is just looking for anything that stands out, like as far as like any flecking along the surface, any sort of sign of clouding, any scratches, any indents, because I can go and see that here in the light. A little bit difficult to go and see on camera. So here's number 4. Overall, this card looks really good. There's a little bit of whiting on the sides. You can go and see that as I'm going and scrolling this down. A little bit of white along the corners. I don't see any sort of scratching, any sort of blemishing here on the front face. The back has a little bit of flecking on it. But overall, it looks very clean. So with the black background, there you go. You can see all the white from the surfacing around the edges. Most of these cards in the top 10, all that's going to be is just going to be just the edging on it that's going and keeping it from a near mint grade. Now, as far as how the distance I have this on here, I have it about this far here on the distance between the light and the card. That's about how much the distance that you want to go and have a decent LED flashlight to go and give you that light test on there. You'll be able to go and see the grain of the glue and such that they use for it, the adhesive to go and adhere the two parts of the cardboard together. Okay, next up we have number 5. Now these cards, I am keeping them all in their numbered sleeves. So in case you are interested in purchasing one of these, then you can go and just pick out whatever number that you want. Okay, I'm seeing some light flecking across several spots across the top up here, but not like concentrated. So it's just like just like little spots here or there. And a little bit along the top here as well on the back. So like I said, this one we got a little bit of light flecking here along the general surface, along the artwork. And also a little bit on the back here. I'm not seeing any signs of like any surface scratching or anything like that here with these. Now, in the event that there is any surface scratching, it would still be light enough to the point where like it would be still a light play grade, not a it shouldn't go and downgrade it any lower than that. Now, I am being particular that these are light play and not near mint. Like I would go and if I were buying these, I would go and buy them and at light play. I would not go and I would definitely argue against it being near mint. If it was like a newer set or something like that, then some of the light stuff along the whitening along the sides, I'd be okay with looking over. But as this is a much older set, and considering the price and the rarity of these, um, I have to be super critical about the grading here. Now it's definitely not at mid play. These definitely are not there. 11 and 12 maybe, but those ones are very close to going and being light play. All right. Next up, we've got number 6. All right, so number 6 here, we do have a little bit of light flecking on here. There's also some light surface scratching. And then on the side over here, there's a very small indent here. I'm not even too sure if we'd be able to go and see it on the camera. Also on the back, there is also very light scratching on the back here. Just surface scratching, and I can't actually go and feel any of that. So it's just something that goes and shows up in the light. Let's see if we can go and see any of that. You might be able to see right here by my finger. There is a very small indent right there at the very edge of the card. Let's see if I can go and get that in the light here. You can see that little white spot there on the side. That's right where that is. Maybe if I angle it with the light here. There, you can see that small little line right there. That is what I'm talking about there with a very small slight indent. Definitely not enough I'd go to for me to go and downgrade this to anything lower. The overall condition of the card is really good. I don't even know if we could see any scratching here on the back. There is very light scratching here on the back, but I'm not sure if we can actually see it here on camera. That faint. I don't think I can go and get it to zoom in on that to focus on the little indent there. It is very small. I mean, you can go and see it under like just the right light, and it doesn't even go halfway into the black border. Like the width of this black border here on the very edge, it's not even like half the size of that. I kind of wish I had like a few of these that were signed. At the same time, I don't. I mean, the art is the same art that you go and have in the like your alpha beta lands. I believe this is like Mountain B. I might be mistaken on that. All right, so we have some light scratching on the back. Um, Everything looks really good on the front. Slight, small scratching right in the middle here. All right, so here you go. This is number 7. Now, when I go and think of mountain in Magic, there are 2 mountains that come to mind. It's either this one or the Guru Mountains. To me, those are the most iconic ones. So there is a small slight scratching here right above the word Deckmaster here at the bottom. Right around there. You can see this little spot there. It's not a dent or indent in the card. It's kind of like this weird little... There's like this little scratch right there. And then the other one here... Where's this thing that I saw? Like these are so minuscule in like what I'm looking at. But I want to go and show off everything here. I don't even see this thing. Oh, there it is. Okay, so there's a little spot right here underneath these trees. Right around here. Let's see if we can go and catch that here. I would say no, I can't really see anything there. But there is definitely something there, a small scratch. No, sorry, it's not under those trees. It's under this tree right here. Like right about here. My flashlight here only has 1 intensity. I can't go and change it. I can't go and dim it down any. Yeah, I can't really go and get this on camera. But yeah, there's a very small slight scratch right there. Enough so that I mean I want to point it out, but like I said, none of these cards here are near mint condition. And I'm not trying to go and advertise any of these as near mint. I still consider all of these, due to the scratching on them and the whiting of the edges, for them all to go and be at light play. Oh no. Okay, hold on a moment. My camera seems to have frozen. All right, sorry about that. We are back. I don't know, my phone just kind of just stopped. It froze up. All right, so let's go and continue. What were we doing? We were going and looking over here at number 7. All right, so back here again. Light test here on number 7. And here is the card up close. Okay, so as you can go and see here, there are numerous whiting around the edges on this one here. As we get closer down over to the number 10, we start to go and see more of these cards are start to get a little bit lower in quality mostly due to the whiting around the edges. The card surfaces, the card face All of them are still in really good condition. Um, it's just that the edges of them start to go, and the quality of the edges start to go down as we start to get a little bit further along. All right, so next up we have number 8. Let's see, I need to go and open up a page here. So there we go. Get a lot of light. All right. So I'm seeing a little bit of flecking on here, especially on the back. It looks like there is a couple streaks here along right over at the edge of the Magic logo. Might be scratching. Doesn't exactly look like scratching. Could just be like some streaking on there from like something sliding on it. We'll take a closer look here on their camera. So you can see right there on the side, just a little bit of minor flecking on the surface that I was talking about. And then on the back. And you can see like this line that's right there under the C. That's not an indent. It's not like a scratch. It's kind of like this little streak that's across right there. It's kind of weird. Like I can't feel anything from it, so it's not like a surface indent or anything. Edges on this look pretty good. Corners of it look not bad. A little bit of whiting around the corners on that one. Now you're seeing a lot of whiting here on the side here because of the screen here on the side. So if I go and cover that side, it goes in, kind of goes and covers that light. But you're seeing like that's all that whiting there on the side is just strictly from the screen that I have up right now. And that screen is there to go and provide like pin lighting here. All right, so again, this is number 8. Okay, next up is number 9. Again, the same. I'm seeing a little bit of flecking here along the top, near the top right corner. Backside has a little bit of surface scratching right in the middle. And a little bit of flecking here right across the M. There's some whitening around the sides on the along the top on the back. A little bit on the corners. And let's see if I can go and get this show off this flecking here. So a little bit here on the right hand side of the card. See a little bit of that right over there. It's pretty faint, just not all that much. There's some surface scratching across the middle and a little bit of flecking near the M. Let's see. As I can't go and see anything like with the glare of the on the card. Um, it's very light scratching, not anything that really goes and digs deep into the card to go and for the light to go and hit. Oof, didn't mean to drop that. Okay. So again, this is number 9. Ugh. Just dropping these things now. It's getting a little bit late now. We're starting to get a little bit on the tired side. We're on number 10 now. This should be the last of the cards that I would grade at LP. Again, we're going to look at numbers 11 and 12. I'm not going to go through the rest of them here, just 10, 11, and 12. The rest of these here, I do go and consider 13 and 14 to be definite MP, and 15 through 20 definitely heavy play. And those are ones that that are not of interest, I would assume. This one here, looks like there's something here right on the card. Is that just like something that's stuck to the card? Like a piece of dirt? Might be a little grain of dirt, like I can feel something right there. Can probably go and just wipe that away with like a damp cloth. A little bit of flecking along the back here, right above the Deckmaster logo, right by the green dot. A little bit on the left-hand side over here. Other than that, it looks like there's like a little something right here in the trees on the front. I can definitely feel something there, and a little bit of flecking along the top. Now with like actual dirt that's on cards, a lot of times you can just go and take like a microfiber cloth. You want to go and get it damp, a little bit of water on it, and then wring it out. And then you can just go and just wipe down your cards. If there is actually something stuck on here, like a grain of dirt, let's see if we can hit that. Yeah, you see that right there? There's something that's stuck on the card that's right there. Probably just something I can just go and wipe away. It's just like, yeah, you just have to be careful that you don't go and scratch the card when you're doing that. It is possible to go and put like a light scratch on there, or if you mess up on it, then you can go and put like a deep gouge. There is a little bit of flecking right up top over here. You can see two little marks up there. And then yeah, there's definitely that thing here in the tree on the side over here. I'll see if I can go and get that cleaned up. On the back over here, right by the green dot, there is a little bit of a mark. You can see it right there. Also down by Deckmaster. Any of those like darker spots that stand out. Let's see. Like this thing right here. Like right here. And also like right here. Those are where you're gonna, that's like a little minor flecking of the card. This card looks really good. Like the condition of this one. A little bit of whiting along the corners here. But generally, like, it's in really good shape. I thought I was going and sleeving these from like the best to worst, but this one looks like it's a lot better than a lot of the others. Not saying that the other ones are bad, but like um this is just better. If I can go and get that little bit of thing cleaned up, then this card will go and stand out very good. Will look very very nice. Okay, so that's going to do for all the cards I would say are a true light play condition. 11 and 12, I would say, are kind of a mix between light play and medium play. The surface on this one here, there is a little bit of looks like what could actually be a bit of clouding over here at the top. Um, or is that actually, what is this? Actually, I'm not sure what that is. Hold on, let me go and look at this myself like a little bit closer. Oh, okay, never mind. That's just like the coloring of the card. Okay, it just kind of looked weird. There's a little bit of flecking along the top here. Looks like it could be the signs of where like clouding could go and start. The front surface of the card looks very good, aside from just generally that kind of condition along the top. The back of it also in very good, and looks like there's some light scratching along the back. This one does have a lot more whitening around the edges. Um, Overall, general condition of this card is light play. However, like the card itself is very good. However, the back of it, I would say, is what's going in make me go and think it's might be a little bit lower of a grade. Not like a true light play. It definitely does have the look and feel of a light play, but I mean, there's significant enough whiting around the edges here for me to go and think otherwise. Now that could just be me being like hypercritical about grading. You can see that like little staining there along the sides, staining, flecking, whatever, like right up over here. And same applies over here. So you can see what I was looking at right over here, like how it's darker right around the mountain, where it says mountain there. And also you can see there's like a little bit of dark spots here up top and over on the side. And I was thinking that might be something to go that's like that seems interesting. But then looking at these other cards, I mean, here's number 9, for example, comparison between the two. That's just how the card is. For some reason, it goes and stands out a little bit more to me on here. This might actually just straight up be light play condition. I might just be being overly critical on it. Let me go and put this thing up here. Try to go and block out some of that light. Okay, so you can go and see that there is a lot more whitening on the around the edges on here. It is only visible on the back side. The front side looks really good. There's just not, it's just the back side here that has like a lot more whiting on the edges. And that's the issue why I'm thinking that it could be graded a little bit lower. But at the same time, like overall condition of the card is technically like I would say, well, definitely light play. Um, like I don't think it should be graded lower, but I mean I could go and see an argument for it to be graded lower due to the whitening on it. So these are the reasons how come I wanted to go and show off number 11 and 12, because both of these are kind of the same quality here, where they can be seen as light play. They can be like I could see someone arguing that they're not. This one here, number 12, does have a good amount of flecking all around the top surface here. So that is definite signs of clouding there. Like like it's going to start getting that clouding effect to it. If this were a foil, then it would definitely have like significant clouding to it. From what I can tell, clouding is caused by like oil from hands going and like touching the card and it kind of just staining the card. Um, and then with clouding, it kind of goes and muddles the ink on a foil, and that goes and gives it that clouded effect. With a non-foil, like it kind of goes and does like a light staining to the card. This outcome like with older like pack fresh alpha, you see a lot of people going wearing gloves. Um, like pack fresh alpha, beta, unlimited, revised. Well, maybe not revised, but um, that's so that oils from your skin doesn't go and get on the cards to go and cause any of that staining. And then with newer cards, it does go and cause the cause clouding. So I mean, all of these ones here I'm holding directly like this. I'm because I don't really grade these as near mint. Anything that I was going and seeing as like this needs to go and stay in this kind of quality, then I would definitely not be holding it directly with. Actually, I probably would because I don't have any more um, proper gloves for this. Like I've got like some uh, proper latex gloves that I would go and use otherwise, but don't have any right now. So anyways, on the back there's a good amount of that also like clouding effect along the back, like overall the entire thing. From could be like people going just holding the card just out like this, showing it off. But the card overall looks really good, but there is significant amounts of it that I would go and could go and if you're being like super critical about your grading, you can go and say that it could be a medium play, a mid play instead of a light play. The card quality and condition is definitely worthy of light play. It's just like who's grading it, I suppose. You can go and see it there in the light. And then there is a good amount of that like along the back surface of the card. But there's not like any scratching. There's not like any indents or anything like that. No, this is the wrong board. I was using this board because this board has a black border on it. And you can see here on this one, um, there is also a decent amount of whiting around the edges as well. Again, still like it could be. You could go and see it as not as a light play. You could go and see it as a mid play if you're being like super critical about it. Although like I would still argue it is a light play, but I could go and see if you would go and if other people go and think it's not. Um, these are the reasons why I go and have these ones set aside. Numbers 11 and 12. Because I would go and say that they are light play to mid play, but argument could be made either way from. So those are all the ones I wanted to go and show off here. Going down a little bit into 13. I'm not going to bother taking this out of the sleeve. But like just looking at it through the sleeve, along the top, you can go and see like a good amount of all that stuff there. Along the top of there. 14. A lot of edge scuffing and stuff, a lot of edge wear. 15. And then it just kind of gets goes down from there. Here's what the bottom number 20 looks like. I mean, the card is still structurally very good. It's just you can go and tell this one's definitely gone and seen a decent amount of play. I think the only one that does have like a little bit of structural issue with that is 19. Yeah, there is like some crease marks along the top on this one here. And those crease marks are both on the front and back. Maybe not so much on the front, but yeah, so that's kind of just the general condition of the cards. 1 through 10, I would say definitely light play. 11 and 12 could be argued that they're light play, could be argued that they're medium play. If you're looking for something that could, that's like very solid, like definitely still good, that you want to go and that you're proud of, like that you're like, wanting to go and show off, then I could go and see these being part of your set there. But yeah, these are what I've got. I do, like I said, have 25 others, all of them in near mint. It's been a long time collecting to go and get to that point. I decided I didn't want to go with to go and keep a full 50, because you're never gonna go and run a full 50 lands, like 50 basics, even in a commander, like even a pauper commander, you're not gonna run 50 basics, maybe 35. In which point, I mean, I've got 25. I'll just go and throw in 10 more or something. Or if I'm still holding on to some of these, and then we'll go and do that. Or I mean, I don't think I'm gonna go and stop collecting if I can go and see some other higher, like nice grade ones. But you know, is what it is. All right. Thanks for watching. And yeah, we'll see you next time.